get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 or more. Coming to you. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 21. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here's Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. This is Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson, Alec Ogletree. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Carson, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, here we go.
Now it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Saquon Barkley running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Let's see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. There's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass, intended for Deshaun Jackson, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Go now, 50, plant.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Hey, shoot. You draw Porter. Mike's 50. Better bring it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. There was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6-point set. They've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, he'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready up. Check. Crystal, travel. Snap.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They'll run forward Barkley. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. The 20! Got a man, Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
What? 380.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No chance.
From the gun, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. The defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 38, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Here's Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run now with Peyton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, Jimmy.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, New York.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Returnable for Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
It's caught. Shepard. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jones operating from the gun. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Stay with your man.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Saquon Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
12 more yards there and another first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Giants, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I got tired of complaining. I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time day like I'll die by the nighttime. It's a nighttime to my right mind.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never dogs stay by my side. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.